protesters in Venezuela have decided to take things a little bit further. Instead of just blasting the president with violence and rioting, they've decided to declare themselves to be the government. Juan Guaido, an oppositionist and leader of the National Assembly, has declared himself to be the interim president.
Before Almighty God and with respect to my colleagues in the National Assembly, I swear to formally assume the powers of the National Executive in the role of President of Venezuela.
Donald Trump was quick to recognize him as the interim leader.
The citizens of Venezuela have suffered for too long at the hands of the illegitimate Maduro regime. Today, I've officially recognized the President of the Venezuelan National Assembly, Juan Guaido, as the interim President of Venezuela.
With words like that, it didn't take long for Maduro to take an axe to diplomatic ties with Washington.
En cumplimiento de mis funciones.
Complying with my role in the oath I took before our people to respect and make others respect the independence, sovereignty and peace of the Republic, I have decided to break diplomatic and political ties with the imperialist government of the United States.
What about the people? Guaido has not won any election, and there's clearly not a consensus among the people on any of these issues. Now, at this point, it's starting to look like a civil war is a real possibility.
It's been preceded, this coup attempt by the United States, by several years of economic sanctions and by several attempts militarily by small groups of National Guard or Army individuals inside of the Venezuelan government to try to assassinate President Maduro. Maduro was elected twice. There were other opposition parties that were allowed to run. Some chose not to. And there are contending forces in the country. It's a polarized situation.
And the hemisphere seems pretty divided when it comes to Venezuela. At this point, Brazil, Peru, Chile, and Canada are lining up behind Trump and recognizing Guaido's symbolic ceremony. However, Mexico, Uruguay, Nicaragua, and Bolivia are still recognizing Maduro as the president. Now, Marco Rubio, the Cuban-American senator brought up in the exile communities of Miami, is also beating his chest for the overthrow of Bolivarian socialism. And Trump has hinted at a march on Caracas.
Are you considering a military option for Venezuela?
We're not considering anything, but all options are on the table.
Does that mean you're considering those?
Which is all options, always. All options are on the table.
Yes, the USA is singing a song of democracy when it comes to Venezuela, but it's starting to look like they're marching the country towards civil war. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.